What is happening, Bayhive and news fanatics? Get ready to be plugged into the pulse of what's trending because the Beyonce Beat is here with your daily dose of unmissable updates. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the hottest stories as they break. You think you know what's going on? Think again. We're diving deep into the stories that are shaping our world, from the unexpected departures shaking up iconic institutions to those heart-wrenching events that remind us of our shared humanity. Buckle up, because the information superhighway is buzzing, and we've got the express lane to the most critical developments. Prepare for a rapid-fire rundown that will keep you on the edge of your seat. First up, a major shakeup is underway at a legendary live television institution, and one of its most recognizable faces is making an exit. We're talking about a comedian who's been a staple for seasons, delivering laughs and memorable moments, who is now parting ways with the show. What does this mean for the future of the program and for the comedian's next chapter? We've got the inside scoop on this cast departure that's got everyone talking. Then, we're shifting gears to a more somber, yet incredibly important, global story. A tragic discovery has been made in the Mediterranean Sea, where a rescue operation has uncovered a devastating loss of life among vulnerable individuals. This incident highlights the perilous journeys many are forced to undertake and the critical need for attention to humanitarian crises unfolding across the globe. We'll be sharing the details of this solemn event. And finally, we're revisiting a developing situation that has sent ripples of concern and sympathy. A community is coming together to honor those lost in a recent incident, with vigils being held to pay tribute and offer support. This story underscores the resilience of communities in the face of tragedy and the importance of collective remembrance. Stay tuned for all these crucial updates and more. Don't miss a single second. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get into it. A comedian's exit amidst the buzz. A significant shift is happening behind the scenes at a beloved live comedy institution, and the latest news points to a prominent cast member's departure. Comedian Michael Longfellow, who has been a fixture on the show for 3 seasons, is reportedly not returning for the upcoming season 51. This development comes as the show's producers have hinted at a substantial cast overhaul, suggesting a new era is on the horizon for this long-running program. Longfellow, who joined as a featured player in season 48 and was promoted to a main cast member for season 50, had become a fan favorite, particularly for his sharp wit on Weekend Update. His unique comedic voice and memorable performances have left a mark on the show's recent history. Longfellow's journey with the show began in 2022, and he quickly established himself as a rising talent. Reflecting on his initial hiring in an interview earlier this year, he described the experience as a whirlwind of emotions, from panic and dread to excitement and numbness. He recalled the overwhelming feeling of being ready for work, stating that the opportunity had been the greatest thing ever. Beyond his sketch work, Longfellow's appearances on Weekend Update were a highlight for many viewers, showcasing his ability to deliver quick, incisive commentary. His passion for stand-up comedy remains a driving force in his career as he continues to work as a touring comic. He has previously described his career path as the only one that wasn't excruciatingly painful or scary. Even embracing the inherent stress of the profession with a characteristic sense of humor, humorously noting, "I'm stressed, and I'm dressed like a human cigarette. I will take that stress." The news of Longfellow's departure is part of a larger trend of cast changes that have been anticipated following the show's milestone 50th season. Showrunner Lorne Michaels has openly discussed the desire to refresh the cast, acknowledging the unique circumstances of the previous season, which saw the return of several iconic alumni for the anniversary celebration. Michaels mentioned that decisions were made to avoid disrupting the focus on the 50th season, especially given the presence of an election during that period. This strategic approach meant that cast changes were largely put on hold to ensure a cohesive and celebratory season. Longfellow is not the only one exiting. Fellow cast members Devon Walker and Emil Wackham have also announced their departures for the upcoming season 51. This collective exodus signals a significant transition for the program, with an official announcement regarding the full new lineup expected imminently. The departures of Longfellow, Walker, and Wackham, coupled with Michael's hints of a broader shakeup, suggest that viewers can expect a fresh ensemble of talent when the show returns. The community has reacted with a mix of sadness at the loss of familiar faces and anticipation for the new talent that will undoubtedly emerge. Analysts are keen to see how these changes will impact the show's comedic direction and its ability to stay relevant in the ever-evolving entertainment landscape. But the story doesn't end with cast changes. A deeply moving event is also unfolding on the global stage. Stay with us as we bring you more on this developing situation. Mediterranean rescue, a tragic discovery. A devastating discovery has been made during a migrant rescue operation in the Mediterranean Sea, revealing the tragic loss of 3 young lives. Reports confirm that 3 Sudanese sisters were found dead on an overcrowded migrant boat, a grim testament to the perilous journeys undertaken by those seeking safety and a better life. This somber event casts a stark light on the ongoing humanitarian crisis at sea, where countless individuals risk everything in search of refuge. The context surrounding this incident is critical. Migrant routes across the Mediterranean are notoriously dangerous, often involving unseaworthy vessels and smugglers who prioritize profit over safety. These journeys are frequently undertaken by individuals fleeing conflict, persecution, or extreme poverty in their home countries. The overcrowded conditions on many of these boats mean that even minor incidents can quickly escalate into catastrophic events. The sisters, whose ages have not been publicly disclosed, are among the many who have perished in these treacherous waters, their dreams of a new beginning tragically cut short. This particular rescue operation highlights the complex challenges faced by rescue teams and the international community. While swift action is taken to save lives, the sheer volume of desperate individuals attempting these crossings often overwhelms available resources. The discovery of the 3 sisters serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of these crises. Families are torn apart, and futures are extinguished as people navigate dangerous waters in overcrowded, often unsafe, vessels. The conditions on board are frequently dire, with limited access to food, water, and basic sanitation, exacerbating the risks of illness and injury. The broader implications of this tragedy extend to global policy and humanitarian aid. It underscores the urgent need for effective solutions to address the root causes of migration, such as political instability, economic hardship, and violence in origin countries. International cooperation is essential to create safe and legal pathways for migration, as well as to dismantle the criminal networks that exploit vulnerable people. The response to such incidents also involves robust search and rescue capabilities and adequate support for asylum seekers upon arrival. The news of the sisters' deaths has understandably evoked profound sadness and calls for greater action. Social media platforms and community forums are abuzz with expressions of grief and solidarity, with many sharing their condolences and demanding that world leaders do more to prevent such tragedies. Humanitarian organizations are reiterating their appeals for increased resources and more effective international policies to protect migrants and refugees. Analysts are pointing to this incident as a critical moment for reevaluating current strategies and committing to more comprehensive humanitarian efforts. While this news brings a heavy heart, the world of entertainment is also seeing significant shifts. We'll be right back with more updates. Community mourns, vigils for shooting victims. In the wake of a tragic incident, communities are uniting in solemn remembrance and solidarity, holding vigils to honor the lives of those lost. These gatherings serve as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the deep bonds that connect people in times of sorrow. The vigils provide a space for collective mourning, shared grief, and mutual support as individuals and families begin the difficult process of healing. The context for these vigils is the recent shooting incident that has deeply affected the community. While specific details about the event and the number of victims are still emerging, the outpouring of support signifies the profound impact of the tragedy. These events are often characterized by quiet reflection, floral tributes, and shared memories of the victims, transforming public spaces into places of communal comfort. They are crucial for acknowledging the loss and for fostering a sense of shared responsibility in preventing future violence. The main details of these vigils involve community leaders, local residents, and families of the victims coming together. Often, prayers are offered, speeches are given by those close to the victims or by community organizers, and moments of silence are observed. The lighting of candles is a common practice, symbolizing hope and remembrance. These ceremonies are not just about mourning the past, but also about looking towards a future where such violence is eradicated. They serve as a platform for raising awareness about gun violence and advocating for change, bringing together diverse groups to call for peace and safety. The broader societal impact of such events and the subsequent vigils cannot be overstated. They highlight the need for robust mental health support, community outreach programs, and effective measures to address the root causes of violence. The vigils often become catalysts for community action, inspiring initiatives aimed at promoting peace, fostering dialogue, and strengthening social cohesion. They remind us that in the face of tragedy, collective action and empathy are paramount. The public reaction to these vigils is one of deep sympathy and shared grief. Social media is flooded with messages of support for the affected families and the community at large. People are sharing photos and stories from the vigils, emphasizing the importance of coming together. Analysts are noting that these communal acts of remembrance are vital for community healing and for reinforcing the message that no one is alone in their grief. The solidarity shown during these times often strengthens the community's resolve to move forward and to work towards a safer future. From somber reflections to the dynamic world of entertainment, we're keeping you updated. We'll be back with more news that matters. Mediterranean rescues find 3 Sudanese sisters dead. A harrowing discovery has been made during a rescue operation in the Mediterranean Sea, where 3 Sudanese sisters were found dead on an overcrowded migrant boat. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder of the extreme dangers faced by individuals undertaking perilous sea voyages in search of safety and a better life. The context of this discovery is the ongoing global migrant crisis, particularly the routes across the Mediterranean. These passages are fraught with peril, often involving unseaworthy vessels and exploitation by human traffickers. Migrants are frequently fleeing conflict, persecution, or severe economic hardship in their home countries, making the decision to embark on such a dangerous journey a last resort. The conditions on these overcrowded boats are typically dire, with limited access to essential resources, increasing the risk of dehydration, disease, and accidents. The 3 sisters, whose identities and ages have not been fully released pending notification of next of kin, were among a group of migrants rescued. Their deaths underscore the critical need for enhanced search and rescue operations and more effective international policies to address the root causes of migration. The journey itself is a gamble against overwhelming odds, with many lives lost before reaching safety. The overcrowded nature of the vessels means that any instability or adverse weather conditions can have catastrophic consequences. Reports from survivors often detail harrowing experiences of cramped conditions, lack of food and water, and the constant fear of capsizing. These rescue missions are often carried out by various organizations, including coast guards and humanitarian NGOs, who work tirelessly to save lives in challenging circumstances. However, the scale of the crisis means that resources are often stretched thin, and tragedies like this are a grim reality. The incident highlights the vulnerability of migrants, particularly women and children, who are often the most susceptible to the dangers of these journeys. The lack of safe and legal avenues for migration forces many into the hands of smugglers, who operate with impunity. The public and international community's reaction to such news is one of profound sorrow and outrage. Condolences pour in for the families of the victims, and there are renewed calls for decisive action from governments worldwide to address the humanitarian crisis. Humanitarian organizations are using such incidents to advocate for policy changes, including the establishment of more humanitarian corridors and increased support for refugees and asylum seekers. Analysts are emphasizing that these events are not isolated incidents, but symptoms of systemic failures in global migration management and international cooperation. From heartbreaking global news to the vibrant world of entertainment, we've got your updates covered. Stay tuned for more. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Updates. We saw a major departure from Saturday Night Live as Michael Longfellow exits after 3 seasons. Then, a somber report from the Mediterranean as 3 Sudanese sisters were found dead during a migrant rescue. We also touched on community vigils being held for shooting victims, a testament to resilience. Finally, we noted the ongoing cast changes at SNL. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Beyonce Beat for all your breaking news and trending updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms.